Today on our 2016 Chevrolet Colorado, we're going to be taking a look at and installing the Roadmaster EZ5 base plate kit with removable arms, part number RM-523182-5. Here's what it looks like once it's installed on the vehicle. As you can see, it's very well hidden, and it's well hidden because it replaces the factory tow hooks. One of the things our customers seem to like most about it is how well constructed it is. As you can see, it's nice and compact, and that's going to give it a lot of strength and durability. With the way this base plate is set up on this vehicle, it's going to be nice and easy to use with easy access to the tab to insert your arm, but also for the safety chain connection point. In order to use the arm, you want to have it turned so that it'll slide in. You'll turn it 90 degrees until that pin locks so that you know it's not going to go anywhere. And then whenever you're done, pull that pin back out, rotate it, and pull your arm right back out. And one of the best features about this base plate is that it's going to be compatible with all Roadmaster tow bars. The thing that I like most about this base plate is how well hidden it is, so that way when it's not connected to the motorhome and being towed, you won't know that this is on there. Now let's go ahead and show you how to install it. First thing we need to do to begin our installation is get ready to take our front fascia off the vehicle. So here along the top underneath the hood, we're going to have these screws that are going to use a T15 Torx bit in order to remove them. And we're going to have 3 in the same locations on both sides. Now in this section of the grill of the front fascia, right up underneath here, there's going to be these 2 oblong holes, and inside there will be a 10mm bolt. So you need an extension and 10mm socket. Then you can loosen those up. Now on the underside, we'll remove this splash guard. There's going to be 4 15mm bolts that we'll need to remove. We'll take that and set it aside. With the splash shield off, we'll remove our 10mm bolts. There's going to be 1 in the same location on each side. Then we'll need to take a 7mm socket and remove the screw that's coming down that holds this strap to the back of this plate here. We'll have 1 on each side. Now in each fender well, in order to remove the inner fender liner and get it out of our way, there will be 7 screws just like this one that we'll need to remove, and they'll take a T15 Torx bit. Once we've got all those screws out, we can take our inner fender liner, pull it up so we can fold it out of the way. Then we'll repeat that process for the other side. Then on the inside of where the fascia meets the fender, we're going to have these 3 screws that we'll need to remove, and they're all going to take a 7mm socket in order to do that. And then we'll do that same thing for the other side. Now if your truck has fog lights, we'll need to go ahead and disconnect those by squeezing down on the tab and releasing the connector. We'll do that on both sides. Now with the second set of hands, we'll go ahead and remove our fascia, and where it meets the fender, we'll need to pull down to get those alignment tabs out, and then we'll work the fascia off the front. Then we'll take our fascia and carefully set it aside. Now we need to remove this air dam, and in order to do that, there's 3 push pin fasteners along the top edge of it. But if we take a flathead screwdriver, we can get underneath the center of it. And if we get that center popped out of there, then we'll be able to take the body of the pin and pull that out as well. And then we'll have a clip, 1 on both sides, that holds it in there. Next thing we'll do is we'll remove our bumper rail. And we'll use a 15mm socket to remove the 4 bolts so that we can take our bumper core off. And I'll leave one loose in each side so I can get in position to take it off. And I'll set that aside. Now we can take our tow hook off. We'll slide our foam pad off of there. Then we can take an 18mm socket and wrench and remove our bolts. Then we can take our tow hook and set it off to the side, as it will not be reinstalled. Then we'll repeat that process for the tow hook on the other side. Now we're ready to put our base plate up into position, and when we put our bolts in, every bolt that's going to be holding this base plate to the vehicle is going to require red Loctite, and you can get this on our site, part number LT37420. So we'll put our base plate bracket up into position, and then we'll feed the new 1/2-inch bolts that come with the kit. We'll feed them through the holes for the tow hook bolts. And then on the inside, we'll put on a flat washer, split lock washer, and the 1/2-inch hex nut. And we'll do that same thing for both sides. Now we can reinstall our bumper core over our base plate brackets. We need to get our holes lined up, then reinstall our bolts with red Loctite on them. And now begin tightening them up. Now we'll tighten up our 1/2-inch hardware that goes through the tow hook points. We'll use 3/4 inch socket and wrench in order to do that. Then we'll use a torque wrench and torque down all the fasteners to the specification listed in the instructions. Now we can reinstall our air dam. From the inside of the fascia, we'll need to remove our foam absorption pad, and it's just held on with 2 retaining clips. So you can take a flathead screwdriver and work to unclip those. Now with an extra set of hands, we'll be able to take our fascia and reinstall it. Once we've got everything lined back up, we can begin reinstalling our fasteners to hold it in place. That's going to complete our look at and installation of the Roadmaster EZ5 base plate kit with removable arms, part number RM-523182-5 on our 2016 Chevrolet Colorado.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.